Okay, so Coach Finn, we're now getting into the extras segment of the videos, and hopefully you've gone through the offensive and defensive sides, and you're starting to understand the roles, and really what I want to talk about here are the skill sets and the lessons that you get from the game to continue to improve. And in these lessons, I call lessons, some of the lessons are from the ball itself, some of the lessons are effort lessons. And so this is Chalktalk 50, and let's talk about the ball lessons. In the ball lessons, you have ball handling lessons, shooting lessons, and offensive rebounding skill lessons. If you are focusing on ball handling, if you're the point, what we're really looking for is someone who can, or if you're the 2 or the 3, or even if you are a 4 or 5, you can build into all this stuff with time and practice. I mean, the more skill sets you have, the better off the team and you will be. But you want to focus on your strengths first and realize what your weaknesses are. But the ball handling lessons are, if you're making too many turnovers, then your ball handling skills, if you try to penetrate but you're getting stripped, then the ball is saying you need to work on your mechanics. If you are, a lot of ball handling is not only having the handle skills, but the decision making and having the patience for things to open up and being a leader out there. And that goes for someone penetrating from the wing, if it's open or not, anticipating a ball coming to you and having the skill sets to get into the lane and finish at the rim. So there's ways and tangible skill sets to work on your ball handling. But if you're turning the ball over too much, the ball's telling you that. Shooting, I've always thought that let's say this is the basket. So this circle is, we're looking down at the basket and we're shooting this way. If you miss front rim, back rim, or if the ball goes in and out, or toilet bowls, or certainly goes in, those are what I call good misses. But if you are missing, I'll have like we're shooting this way, if you're missing left or right, or you're hitting the front rim and the ball isn't bouncing up, but it's bouncing straight back at you or down, left, right, straight back at you or down, or air ball, the ball is telling you and the coaches in your team that you aren't trusted to be a preferred shooter, and maybe not even a secondary shooter. So you want to practice the types of shots out of motion, first stationary to get the mechanics right, but then out of motion to make sure that you are missing well, and the ball will tell you. One other thing what the ball will tell you is, and this is for everybody, is your ability to anticipate for offensive rebounds. Where a ball is shot from, the angles will tend to be going in a certain direction. When you shoot from, someone shoots from the side, you want to be over on this side. Shoots from this side, try to get into this area. So anticipating getting your feet in the paint when the ball's in the air, so that takes energy. Anticipating the angles, that takes energy. And then there is a skill set in the system, we're trying to get them to shoot, and you don't box out, but you box in. And learning those skill sets to become an offensive rebounder. Are you getting a lot of offensive rebounds, or are you not? And the question is it because of effort and lack of anticipation and box in skills, or you have to break it down and figure it out. The other things, and you'll see there's more of them, I started to talk about it in the offensive rebounding. It takes effort, but how good of a screener, if you're not really a shooter on the team, how good of a screener and communicator are you on the floor? How good are your traps? There's certain ways to trap. And as coaches, it's on us to teach you these things and have an awareness. Are your traps getting broken? Are you getting beat up the side? Are you getting beat in the middle? Why are your trap mechanics poor? Are you a good gapper? Are you anticipating, you seeing traps? Are you able to read how strong the trap is? And are you able to read the eyes of the ball handler and see around you to bait passes to people that you can then jump the gap and steal? How good of a lagger? The moment the ball is inbounded, you're trying to close that off, that back pass, that immediate back pass. There's skills and awareness and effort that takes all of this. The safety, how aware are you on, is it your job or not to be back? The four, generally the four is going to, in our presses, be back, but everybody sometimes in breaks are going to find themselves being that guy who's back. And do you have the skills to welcome and invite the ball handler to you, but then jumping passes? Are you good at without fouling? Are you good at distracting the shot? These are safety skill sets that take energy. Energy to get back there for one, and then having the skill sets of being inviting the shot, a bad shot, or turning the ball over. Chasers, the ball as the opponents get into the belly, there's chaser skills. It takes energy to get up the floor and reading somebody that the ball handler might be trying to pass out to. We ideally don't want it passed out. We want to get it going all the way there. So we want to be great chasers. We want to, coming up behind the ball, we want to be great back tappers. And doing that correctly. And as the ball is coming off the floor, there's a timing. Ball comes off the floor and you tap it. But you're right behind the ball. You're not behind the person. If you're behind the person, there tends to be a foul call more often. These are things that you want to be coached and taught. And it takes energy to be a back tapper. You have to really sprint after that ball. A shoulder runner, you want to get up there and get on their side, either up the sideline or inviting them towards your safety. You want to get shoulder to shoulder. And having that lock on. I mean, you're deep here in your press, but the ball is broken. But you know that there's a possibility that there's going to be somebody coming up with you or just ahead of you that you want to lock on and be loud and communicate to not allow the ball back out. So all these things take effort. And these are effort lessons that the game will tell you, and then it starts in practice and how you practice it. And some of these things you want to punish yourself so that you get better at it in your effort, or you get better at it in your mechanics. Another thing to think about is in practice, when you're scrimmaging up and down, when those shots go up, when those good shots go up, how many are missing left and right or airballing versus being good misses? Pay attention to that as an individual and as a team. And with proper training, the mechanics can be improved, and there are resources to help you there. But if the mechanics are sound and the shooting shots are good within our system, then we should have less and less poor nights of shooting. So it goes for lots of offensive reboundings and less ball handling, less turnovers and good decisions. Shooting mechanics, offensive rebounds are huge for second chances, and it's all part of what we're working towards. Okay, so that's the end of this one. Take care.
Right past that no trespassing sign.